Greetings, explorers from Ogar. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, Episode 4, Into the Frontier. Book of Insight. As Idis rediscovers the secrets of the Lost Reign, she will acquire insight. And there is only one place these epiphanies can be recorded. The Book of Insight is a mysterious book that has been with Idis ever since birth. Perhaps it can be used to unlock forgotten knowledge.
First things first. We need to found a settlement to gather ourselves. From there, we can push out.
So before I go into the next mission, I'm going to have you guys decide on how we spend our knowledge point in the Book of Insight. Here you can spend insight to unlock powerful new abilities, gain new construction pieces, and improve your citadels. So, there is Idis, pieces, units, and citadel choices. And I'm going to have you choose between those while I also read them. So I'm going to read them first. So the Idis upgrades. One is the Arte of Tempest, which is a ability that she can use to deal moderate but repeating damage to one area. Or Thunderbolt deals a single strike in a broad area. And they are mutually exclusive, but if you unlock one, you can switch which one you want after the fact. So you're not like stuck with it. So if I pick Thunderbolt and I go, you know what, I don't want Thunderbolt, I can left click and pick Tempest. And they are prerequisites to other abilities. The other one that Idis has is Paladin Impact, which blasts a single target with high damage, and that is a passive ability that she just uses. Or alternatively, Paladin Darts, which is an area effect that strikes multiple targets, again, a passive ability. So those are the four Idis upgrades. The Pieces upgrade is Advanced Stone Pieces, giving extra stone pieces and tactical pieces. So arches and deployment pieces. So the deployment pieces allows you to modify the types of attacks, like having archers use flame arrows or lobbers use poison bombs. Then for units, Bowman skill Menelaus Shot, which gives the bowman the ability to shoot multiple arrows at once, spreading high damage to different horrors. Or the Lobber Powder Ball, which deals a moderate area of effect damage for the lobbers. And then for the Citadel upgrades, there is I already have the Parallel Escape, which is Idis automatically teleports to the Citadel when her health is dangerously low. So if she goes off adventuring on her own, she can't really be killed because she will teleport back to the Citadel. And that's already owned. And then there's the Headquarter Defense. Generates a field of damage that hurts all horrors near the Citadel. So if your Citadel is about to go down, you can activate the Headquarter Defense as a last-ditch effort to stay in the game. So there's the poll, and have you guys choose how to upgrade. I'll give you just 20 seconds to quickly vote. Units and pieces, huh? Alright. We'll say units wins by a small margin. So I'm going to choose the Menelaus Shot. Multi-shot archers sounds fun, but like I said, you can always change your mind if you're not locked in. There we go. Alright, next up, A Fearful Frontier. So this is a city building main mission in the Highlands. So much like They Are Billions, there's different types of missions here. Some are exploration and adventuring, some are tower defense side missions, some are main missions and city building. And our main objectives is to hunt down a brood nest and defend the Citadel, and our optional objectives is to destroy all the brood nests and to gather greater prosperity for this settlement. Well, let's get this going. backwoods, and Barrow Highlands.
Another one? We've been finding these everywhere, Overseer. The region is lousy with them.
Brute nests. This is not ideal. The expedition needs this land as a springboard to move on. But the pupae in these brute nests will emerge as adult horrors, and soon.
That's interesting. And somewhat repulsive.
Every beast must breed, Herald. It is only our bad luck that horrors do it so quickly. This nest. Let us take it down while we can. The Balido shines.
So you can see the Menelaus shot already taking effect, where the archers are multi-hitting. It is on a cooldown, but it is automatically used. And then we're trying to destroy the brood nest here.
We are needed.
The other thing I would like to do is to start to set up some of the infrastructure that we need in order to build and whatnot. So I'm going to put a lumber mill here. And another one here.
These little nurseries aren't so tough.
You won't be boasting when a swarm approaches. Any nested passes will burst open
And add their numbers to the swarm. Fox, guys, we need to work fast.
Okay, and then while we build that, I also would like to increase the oxygen production. You can think of oxygen as sort of like, I mean, it's needed for everything, right? It's needed to upgrade troops, it's needed for houses and buildings and all of that, so the more oxygen, the better. And if the blueprint placement is invalid, like it was here, it bugs out and you can refund it. So I'll put it here instead. Oh, I think this is just the fact that I don't have enough wood, so I'll just wait until I have more wood.
the Balido mass.
Which we just picked some up. Let's ascend up here and start to try to clear out the brood nests as we build up the infrastructure. It's currently daytime, so we're not...
plans to build this new settlement.
You're right. Start gathering wood and stone, Herald.
Yeah, I'm being warned. Oops. So, settlement prosperity. A settlement's progress is measured by its prosperity level. Each prosperity level unlocks new pieces, buildings, and unit types. You grow in prosperity by building. Each prosperity level has key buildings required to level up, and smaller pieces will earn you prosperity points when placed. The progress and requirements of your next prosperity level can be seen at the top of the build menu. So I'll show you that here. In a minute.
That ancient beacon, it's been corrupted by the Balido. We cannot build with this thing nearby.
Horrors can sometimes defile an ancient beacon, creating a corrupted beacon. Like any horror, they have an unsettling aura that makes it impossible to build nearby. Destroy them to make this territory safe to build within.
Oxygen is dwindling.
So the reason this is incomplete is I just don't have enough shacks for the population requirements in order to get it going, so I will add some shacks, as I wasn't meeting the pop requirements. So I have 0 citizens available.
Eyes open. We will prevail.
Those things belong in a nightmare. We can build safely now that it's gone.
Alright, this is a very good spot for a quarry once I have some more people that move in.
We will prevail.
And we just got a whole bunch of mineral salvage. Now, the only issue with this is if I build a quarry here, this quarry is outside of the current walls, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. So I might want to move the walls. So the prosperity level's up here. Collecting points and building a barracks allows me to raise our prosperity level. So one of the next things I want to probably save up for is the barracks, which costs 10 citizens. So getting enough shacks constructed so that we can afford the barracks is going to be pretty critical. Alright, I do have now the citizens for the barracks, so let's get that going. And let's place it... It's a big structure. You can obviously place it like on top of other things, but I like to put these things kind of like out of the way so they don't block. Because once you build it, you probably don't want to break it down. So pull it there. That should be out of the way. Also, it has a flat spot, which is you could try to make use of if you want to place things on top, like air filters, etc.
We are needed. We will prevail.
We're under attack.
Yeah, they're fine.
Uh-huh. For Ogar. Good.
And here is another nest.
Eyes open, yes.
Alright, back at the base, let's keep putting down some shacks so that we have plenty of population to be able to fill out our military and industry accordingly. Also, I am building foundations for these houses. So as you can see, it would have been on a ledge and otherwise impossible to build, but I could just like build a foundation on top of it to support it.
Eyes open. That's right.
Low oxygen production.
Uh-huh. Masks on.
Alright, I did mention that our barracks, or our stone quarry, if and when we build one up here, will physically be outside of our sphere of influence and also be indefensible because it falls outside of our external walls. So placing a beacon closer to that external wall, like maybe here, allows us to then build a new wall here, which protects the area up here. So I'm going to put I'm going to put 2 beacons, one up here to add this physical area as a quarry, and one here so that we can build another wall there.
Oxygen is dwindling.
All right, our oxygen per minute is actually dropping, so let's couple that with some new filters. There's one. And I don't have the wood for the second one. I have 84 out of the 85 wood for a second one. Alright, there we go. And a second one.
Huh? We will prevail.
And then down here, it looks like there is some additional stone quarry construction that could be added in. But it's pretty physically far. And the other thing is we have collected enough points through construction and building the barracks and all that to unlock prosperity level 2. And we have the resources for it, so let's go ahead and do that. And hope that my air filters get built quickly, because we're going to be suffocating otherwise. We should be fine.
I'm on it.
We are needed.
I didn't actually miss the stone pickup at the stone mine. It's that I didn't have enough storage space to like have it all and also have an income. So I left it there on purpose.
That's right. We will prevail. Yes.
And here's another brood nest.
The body shines.
That beacon is now done, so I'm going to use up some of the stone. It doesn't look like we really ever need to exit out past this way, but I might as well just incorporate an exit gate anyway. So these gates here have a hit point just like the other things, their hit point is based upon the total structure toughness that is calculated from the height. So if we build high, these gates will get tougher, essentially. And now I've used up a whole bunch of stone. But that will keep our future quarries safe. And I should probably save up for that quarry pretty soon. So for that I need 75 wood. So I'm going to stop spending wood so that we can save for it. Yep, oxygen's going up. Those 2 new air filters help out a lot.
On my way.
And just picked up a whole bunch of minerals and wood, so let's get that going. Quarry. Looking good. And I would also like to get a warehouse up in that location. A warehouse up here will allow us to collect that stone without having to walk it all the way down to the Citadel, which is quite a long run. But until we get that constructed, it would benefit me to have like a staircase that makes it a shorter run, at least for now. Oops. So here's an alternative staircase, which might be a shorter run. But for the warehouse, we're going to need even more population. So let's go ahead and expand our homes.
The pálido shines.
It looks to me like this brood nest is almost gone.
Prosper. Each advancement brings us closer to defeating the horrors.
Cool. And our prosperity level has gone up to level 2. So progress makes it possible. Each prosperity level opens up new possibilities, a masonry guild to improve your pieces, new tactical elements, advanced military buildings, and even new resources to gather.
Our quarry is up and running now. If we had a warehouse close to it.
Warehouses. Warehouses store stone, minerals, and wood to be stockpiled without bringing these resources all the way to the Citadel, which means faster resource gathering. They also increase your storage limit for each resource. Except for oxygen. There's a different oxygen silo for oxygen. Alright, so this is about as far as this expedition team can go. So I'm having them turn back now. And I think I have enough saved up for the warehouse. Nope, I need more oxygen. So let's go ahead and just blueprint in another oxygen blueprint. And I'll put it up here. 2 of them. You can see how useful the blueprints are. Just like copy, paste, plop, done. Alright. It would also be probably wise to start researching... I'm going to use some of my oxygen, but researching the improvements to the barracks, because they are, you know, researching like intensive training allows for all of the units then subsequently trained there to have increased vision and range.
We are needed.
Which is pretty handy.
Yes.
And I also researched larger military. Alright, warehouse. For that, we just need oxygen. Can I fit one more up here? I think I can. Oh, nope. That was an incomplete. So the terrain is physically impassable where I plop that down, so it's not possible to put it exactly there. Let's see. That would block the path. Yeah, this would block the path, I think. Here? Yep, that that works, but it forces these workers to take a different path. So actually, this spot is a bad location. So I'll start putting it down here instead. And we have enough oxygen now for the warehouse. So if I put a warehouse up here... Oh, I don't have the people. I'm down one extra person. So we'll put some shacks in. We are getting pretty close to the first night. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to use some of the oxygen to research improvements to our units, and then also to train said units, because we're going to get attacked pretty soon. Instead of building a second wall, would it be possible to attack some of the stairs? So these stairs here are natural earthen stairs, so it wouldn't be possible, no. So there are stone stairs here, but this type of terrain here is just like a ramp that's part of the natural ground, which can't be destroyed. You love this art style? I do too. I think the game looks great. Alright, building lacks path to the Citadel, so these, and indeed they do. Easy fix. Put stairs in. Alright, so now that those are built, we can get our warehouse once we have 9 more wood. I know there's wood to be collected up here too, so we can send
Eyes open. Good.
Edis up there to grab the wood. Also, it occurs to me that this oxygen generator is kind of like where I want the warehouse, so I'm going to put the warehouse right here, right on next to the quarry, so that there's like no carry distance at all. Very, very easy for them to deliver.
Eyes open. That's right. Uh-huh.
Alright. We have a lot of the upgrades already researched, so our archers and lobbers are stronger. And then the warehouse is getting built. So, taking a look at the first attack wave, it's coming from this angle, and it's scores of enemies. So the stone that I have, I am going to invest in for the defense of these walls. This new wall. Okay, that's a pretty hardy wall. I have it really high, and I'm mostly, because we upgraded our archers with the last upgrade points that I had, I'm mostly planning on having my archers be the main defense force of our base. As a result. I'm almost out of wood, aren't I? Oops. There we go. Stairwell up top. Let's get the troops moved. The other thing that would be beneficial over here is Merlin's the range boost.
Not enough stone.
Once you get a little bit more stone, and then flags for the attack boost.
Masks on.
And you can see the Merlins are raising the toughness of the wall. So once I have a little bit more stone, we'll be able to get nice tough walls for the defense over there. Come on, warehouse. As soon as this warehouse is built, our stone income's going to improve tremendously. There's also potential for other stone quarries around, like here and here. So once I have more people and more resources to be able to invest in that, I'll do just that.
Post me high on it.
So hitting prosperity level 2 also gives me access to fire arrows and throwing poison. So throwing poison improves the lobbers and captors, and fire arrows improves the bowmen and hunters. And I don't have access to the bowmen and the hunters just yet, and I don't have access to the, but I do have access to the lobbers and captors. Most of my defenses is bow based, so I'm just going to be focusing mostly on the bow bonuses. The other thing that I could do is any of the stone that is recyclable, I could recycle in order to reinvest it. But I'm not too concerned because now with this warehouse here, I can research steel pickaxes, which increases quarry speed, which should increase my stone income even more. And it might be wise to construct beacons down towards the other quarry spots so that I can quarry up some more stone more easily. So the other quarry spots that I identified were down this twisted path. Put a beacon here for now. I think if this whole wall was like 1 unit taller, it would be sporting higher bonuses, but for this first wave, it's probably not of much consequence.
What? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Right.
The horrors are coming.
And then I'm also incorporating defensive flags so that we have the range and damage bonuses for everyone.
Post me high. I'm on.
So here they come. Does it take a while to produce units? Yeah, so each unit requires oxygen, wood, minerals, population, you know, and military capacity. So it's not, you know, instant by any means.
Not enough resources.
That fight was no problem.
Overseer, look. Reinforcements from Ciudad Hogar.
And these are captors. So, low ground unit. The captors are very skilled at slowing enemies. They can be key to surviving an ambush by fast horrors and strong support for other units.
Yeah.
So they throw nets on enemy units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the captors that I just got and Ediths and some of the archers to do some more exploration of the surrounding tiles. All while trying to incorporate another quarry. Also, my oxygen is rather low, so possibly also incorporating another sawmill so that we can get more wood, so that we can build more oxygen collection. It's all, you know, synergistic off of one another. At the end of every night, walls are indeed repaired automatically, but any physically lost sections are gone.
Yeah.
Will prevail.
So if you have an entire section destroyed, you would have to repair that
Will
yourself.
prevail.
let's see. We'll need another beacon down this way. And a beacon here will give us access to a quarry there. And then to build the warehouse in the quarry, we're going to need 17 population at least. So I'm going to need to increase our citizen count to accommodate that. And I also had mentioned potentially wanting another sawmill, and I'd probably put that there. So I don't want to block that area either. So my units are now engaging a brood nest. And there are 5 brood nests in total. We're trying to kill all the brood nests before the end of this scenario. And this one seems to be guarding a whole lot of nice resources. Alright, so these beacons... So there was a beacon down here that now has fallen under my sphere of influence. So this new beacon down here is active and nearly covers this quarry section, which is mostly for minerals. At the moment, I'm more concerned with stone than minerals, though. And the other thing that I mentioned was a sawmill. And in order to build a sawmill, we just need a little bit more oxygen.
Low oxygen production.
I know. Thank you, game, for stating the obvious. Okay.
We will prevail.
So, in order to physically get over there to actually collect the stuff, we'll need some sort of bridge type thing.
The Pálido masks on.
A unit can't reach its destination.
I know. I forgot one stair. Chill.
We will
Game's like, can't go! I'm aware. Alright, we have tons and tons of stone. So I think it would be wise for me to invest in my defenses with the stone windfall that we're about to get from all that salvage. Meaning,
Yes, right away.
raising the height of this defense, and then starting to build defenses for other other wall sections that are currently unwalled. Is this high enough for top tier? Yes, that will turn it purple. Perfect. It actually might be one higher than I even need, but whatever. Overkill is perfect. And then damage boosting flags. And this wall is just about ready for whatever the game wants to throw at me. I don't have a lot of, so the only thing it really lacks is, like, high splash damage. But let's hope that its toughness makes up for that, that fault. Get back up there. So now all the units up there get a range boost and damage boost, and the strength of these walls is a max of 300 toughness. Except for this section, but this section's behind trees, so it's not really accessible to the enemies anyway.
Yeah. On it.
Alright, let's also keep rolling.
We don't have the oxygen.
That's true. Let's make some more oxygen. Oh, ran out of wood.
Oxygen is dwindling.
So this quarry is going to want a warehouse nearby, so that they don't have to walk all the way the hell over. That's quite a long run. So that's probably my next infrastructure goal, is to get my population is actually already high enough for a warehouse. I just need the oxygen and the wood supplied. But right now I'm making sure that I have enough oxygen production so that I'm not bottlenecked by oxygen regularly. So I'm rolling out tons of air filters, new air filters, to be able to get the oxygen up. This oxygen tower didn't actually fully build because it, so it's easier enough to just delete the whole thing and check out the blueprint and make sure it blueprints right. There we go. So I feel like this tower's fine. We lack walls here. We lack walls here. So those are my next directions. So I'm going to send these troops... Oh, actually, there's wood right here. I'm going to send these troops over to this area to start exploring this direction, and to figure out what kind of infrastructure I need to add for that. Oh, and this one is not a functional tower either. Just deleting it. Instead of having to design a custom one-off, it's easy enough to just like nuke the whole thing and start over. There we go. So oxygen production should be much, much higher in a minute.
Oh God.
All right, so I am down to two brood nests left, and there are two brood nests right here. So these are the two brood nests that I've yet to destroy.
The pálido. Good.
And let's get our guys in position for that.
Yeah. I'm on.
So you can see the captors are throwing nets to slow down the enemies. Speed reduced for a significant period of time. And I think what I'm going to do... Oh, this one isn't functional either. Man, I'm really bad at this blueprint pasting. Is maybe start to incorporate the special custom military structures. So, designing it for fire arrows or throwing poison. Or potentially both.
Eyes open.
So over here, let's design a fire arrow defense. I think what I'll do is... Let's build the wall here. It's not very wide. But that should be fine. I'm gonna double layer it up. I know I'm like building into crumbles. A lot of it is like crumbly infrastructure. I'm going to center the buildings so that they can be overlapped a little better for structure stability. So we have our troops deployed, deployed beyond this point, so I don't want to ruin them by not having it be passable in any way. And this is now 4 high. So what I could do here is, let's have this one be designed for bomb lobbers. So I'm going to put a throwing poison station in this area, so that our lobbers can throw poison bombs. So I'm going to widen this section so that I can put the throwing poison down and have them be able to throw poison at the enemies. So designing it like this also becomes a little bit tricky because these throwing poisons are like terrain blockers, essentially, where, you know, it stops you from developing the area, especially upwards. So that's some of the design constraints that you run into. So what I'm going to do here is limit the amount of bomb throwers that can actually benefit from it. How's that? Oh. Oh, stupid scenery. Okay, I see. Is this supported? No. Fine. Let's ignore this spot. There's some, like, crumbling scenery that I could send someone to go destroy, but I don't care to slow down the development of this that much. So I'm going to put the bomb thrower here, put Merlins here to be able to support their range and damage. And then I can also do, if I really want it to go crazy, I can do damage flags, like here and here. So the lobbers stationed here will have a damage boost, a range boost, a height boost, and a poison boost. Making the most out of all their potential bonuses and stacking it as high as it can go. So let's get... This original wall was designed mostly for archers.
Yes? What?
So I'm going to move the lobbers from there to here.
A solid plan.
And then let's make at least 2 more lobbers to benefit from these improvements.
The light shines.
Okay, that was the last brood nest, Overseer. Tonight's swarm will lose some of its bite now, thank the stars.
Okay, all the brood nests are done. I like it. Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ogarians.